Hi, I'm Father Bayhi from Closer Walk Ministries, and we're glad you could join us here today. This morning's gospel was a wonderful gospel. It was about our Lord talking about the man preparing the banquet, getting the banquet ready, and he said, make sure that you don't invite your wealthy friends, your important friends, your relatives, your family. It's important that you invite people who can't pay you back. That's what we ought to do when we prepare the banquet. It's a wonderful reminder that I think more often than not we need to have about the nature of a gift. If you think that maybe I'm drawing it out a little bit here and people are confused, if you want to know the real nature of a gift, go to a parish potluck or get on the parish fair team, okay? And find out how many people are fed up. They're mad. They're not doing it anymore. You didn't put out my casserole for the last potluck, so I'll be darned if I'm ever doing another casserole again. And I didn't get the booth and the place that I wanted at the parish fair, so I'm not working with that parish fair committee. Good. Stay away, will you? What are we doing it for? Why do we do anything on the local level in our parish church? Do we do it because we might get the Volunteer of the Year award? Do we do it because someone's going to say, oh my gosh, I've never tasted broccoli surprise like that before in my life? Do we do it because after the parish fair is over, they're going to say, and Joe Brown earned more money for the parish than anyone has ever? What are we doing it for? If not for the glory of God. See, when we go through life, giving power to anyone and everyone over our lives, over our emotions, over our response to God, then we're in trouble. Because essentially what we're saying is the praise, the recognition, or the credit that comes from someone else depends on what I'm going to do for God. If we do what we do for God, for love of God, and we do the best we can, baby, there's nothing better. Nobody can take that away from us. I don't care if they thought our casserole was the worst thing that they'd ever tasted in their life. I don't care if they thought it was the worst fair in parish history. You did what you did for the right reason. You did it for the love of God. Years ago out in the country, I had a funeral choir. Most funerals are 10, 11 o'clock on weekday mornings, and a lot of our regular choir members, they couldn't get off work just to come sing for the funeral. So we took anybody and everyone. Had a little lady from the neighboring parish who used to sing, and God bless her, she was just as deaf as a doorknob. I mean, she was so bad. And she had one of these voices that affected you like fingernails on a blackboard, and she was always a couple words ahead of everybody. So we walk in for the funeral, we kneel down, the little altar boy's next to me, and I turned to him and I said, he's really dead. He went, huh? I said, he's really dead. He said, Father, what are you talking about? I said, baby, if that woman's voice didn't wake him up, that man's dead. And, we laughed. But as a thing of music, that was the most god-awful singing I'd ever heard in my life. But in the ears of God, it was an opera. She sang from her toes. Off-key, 3 words ahead of everyone else, but she sang from her toes. And to ever tell that lady she couldn't sing because it wasn't good enough for God would have been a gross injustice. We do what we do for the love of God. And when we do it, no one can take away that joy. No one can criticize us. No one can say we didn't do it well enough. We know what we did, and we did it for the love of God. Maybe the results weren't what any of us wanted, but our heart was right where God wanted it to be. Known only to the mind of God and the heart of the giver. There's nothing greater than that. And that's what we have to realize. Nowadays, we see people panhandling, and we want to help, but we don't want them to go drink it and do all this stuff. Are they really hungry? Are they really trying to get booze? I don't know. We do what we do. And if they end up drinking up all of our generosity, they answer to God. But we face God knowing that we did what we did with the right heart. So from the mind of God to the heart of the giver, there's nothing greater. If anyone's going to take that away from us, It's not because they have the power to. It's only because we give it away. So do what you do for the love of God, and the joy will always be there. Thanks for being with us today. God bless you.